Hello everyone, welcome back to TechnoChart's YouTube channel, and in today's video I'm going to talk about 5 52-week high stocks that are going to give you quick returns in short term. Now in this video I'm going to talk about basically swing trading criteria. What are the criteria for stock selection? Such as the first criteria that is one of the most important criteria is the stock should be in an uptrend. So the structure of higher high, higher low should be intact whenever you are looking to buy a stock on the upside. Volume expansion during breakout. So whenever you are looking to buy a stock, there should be a volume expansion whenever, let's say this is the resistance line of the stock, and the stock has broken out with huge candle. So the volume on this candle has to be on the higher side, then we can say that this is a good breakout. Third is there should be a base formation like rectangle, VCP, etc., so that we can understand the volumes or the sellers have dried out. Pullbacks has to be on the lower volumes, because we do not want a pullback that has a higher volume. That means if the volumes are increasing on the pullback, that means the bigger players are exiting into the from the stock, and that could be a problem. The relative strength of the line has to be greater than zero. That is, the stock should be an outperformer compared to the general market. The 21 EMA has to be greater than the 50 EMA, has to be greater than 200 EMA. Stock has to be near the 52 week high. So these are the few criteria that I follow before I enter into any kind of stock, and I these are one of the most important criteria that I follow. So currently I'm using the terminal by mstock by Mira Asset, and which provides a zero brokerage plan. So basically I save a lot of money using this broker, as I do not have to pay any kind of brokerage here. So I have added all the stocks in the watch list. I can create up to 7 watch lists, and I have added 5 stocks that are Kamdhenu, TVS Electronics, Satin D Limited, PNB Housing Finance, and RHIM. So let us look at the stocks individually and understand what is the risk to reward ratio and what is the analysis behind each and every stock. So if I click on this chart, a new link opens and I can see the chart basically. Kamdhenu is the first stock that I'm going to talk about here. So if you can clearly see, the stock has been under consolidation for a long period of time, from around 10 days, and finally the stock has broken out, and you can see that there is a slight rejection at the top of the trend here. So we have to look for this stock and check out for a green candle. Whenever we see a good green candle at the breakout area here, and we can enter into into this particular script. So the stop loss for this particular trade has to be at around 374 rupees. So the risk to reward ratio that we see here particularly is on the greater side. That means the risk to reward ratio is favorable as of now. So we can take a trade here with the defined risk here. The second stock that I'm going to talk about is TVS Electronics, and is one of the best stocks currently that can be traded. So as you can clearly see here, the stock is into a very tight range as of now, and you can clearly see the stock is in very tight range as of now, and this is the flag and pole pattern breakout that the stock has made. So what you can do is wait for the breakout to happen above this area and keep a stop loss exactly at this area. So 400 rupees should be your entry price. 400 rupees should be your entry price, with a stop loss at around 380 rupees. So the risk to reward ratio is favorable, and you can keep a target of around 440 to 480 rupees. So this is the second stock and the levels of this stock. The third stock that I'm going to talk about is Satin D Limited, and as you can see that the stock has just come out of an IPO here. The stock had a run from 58 rupees, and the stock made a kind of rectangle pattern. The stock pulled back and has yesterday it broke out above the resistance area. Now as you can clearly see here that the stock has pulled back and is kind of retesting the area. The risk to reward ratio looks favorable in this particular script, because you can take an entry at current market price by keeping a stop loss at around 69 to 70 rupees. So with a risk of 3 rupees or around 5% here, you can target up to 50 to 60% in this particularly. Why? Because this is a IPO breakout stock. So generally whenever a stock breaks out of an IPO base, that is the IPO high, after the IPO high for this particular script was this, but generally what happens is whenever we enter into a stock or a IPO stock, we have to wait for a pullback, the first pullback, and let the base form into that particular script here. So we see that the stock moved up in single sided direction and then formed a base with a slight shakeout here, where the weaker hands got shaken out, where Nifty also fell badly, and hence the stock also pulled back. Right. So this is the third stock that I'm going to. This was the third stock that could be on your buying list. The fourth stock that I'm going to talk about is PNB Housing here. So PNB Housing, as you can clearly see, similar structure that we have discussed till now, where the stock initially has a good run, and then finally the stock, what does the stock do? The stock makes a rectangle pattern, tries to break out here, and then finally it has pulled back. So currently, if you look at the chart, 580 rupees is a good area to buy with a stop loss at around 540 rupees. So we have a 40 rupees SL here. You can keep a target of around 700 rupees, and that is 120 points. So risk to reward ratio, RR ratio for this particular script is at around 1 is to 3 as of now. You can keep a target of 660 to 700 rupees depending upon your risk appetite, or you can keep a stop loss at around 560 rupees. So there are multiple level of stop loss. Based upon your stop loss, you can take a trade, or you can target for the higher levels. You can open an account in mstock by Mira Asset by using the link in the description below. It is a zero brokerage platform with a one-time fee of 999 rupees. There is no brokerage across any kind of segment, where they also provide margin trading funding at around 8%, one of the lowest interest rate. They are one of the fastest growing brokers in the industry with around 65,000 active clients and 25 years of expertise. So basically, this is a good risk to reward ratio, as you can see, where you can save a lot of money in terms of brokerages. And yeah, apart from that, the fifth stock that I'm going to talk about is RHIM, and one of the good stocks that can be traded. As you can see here, the stock is into a completely sideways zone, and the stock provides a low risk high reward entry opportunity with a stop loss at around 828 rupees. The target could be 826 to 820 rupees should be the stop loss. The target could be at around 900 to 950 rupees. The risk to reward ratio is favorable in terms of the risk that you are taking here, and I personally think that this is also a good stock. If you ask me my personal opinion on which is the best stock for in terms of the structure and in terms of risk to reward, I would suggest you that TVS Electronics has one of the best structures in the market right now, with the good consolidation that is happening here. If you look at the chart here, a good consolidation, a good pennant pattern is also forming. You can call it as a pennant, or you can call it as a flag and pole pattern. So the risk to reward ratio is highly in our favor, and you can take an entry. Obviously, the position sizing has to be done in such a manner that even if you lose, or even if you have stop loss hit in this case, you do not have to you do not lose your night sleep here. So position sizing has to be around 10% of your capital has to be deployed, not more than that here.
आप लोग सोच रहे होगे कि ये जीरो ब्रोकरेज कैसे दे रहे हैं। तो जीरो ब्रोकरेज कम्स एट अ वन टाइम फी ऑफ 999 रुपीज एंड यू गेट जीरो ब्रोकरेज फॉर लाइफ अक्रॉस डिलीवरी, इंट्राडे, एफएनओ, म्यूचुअल फंड्स, आईपीओ, कमोडिटी एंड करेंसी। अगर आपको ये प्लान नहीं पसंद है, लेट्स से आप 149 रुपीज में जीरो ब्रोकरेज फॉर लाइफ इन केस ऑफ डिलीवरी, म्यूचुअल फंड एंड आईपीओ, इस केस में आपको ब्रोकरेज जो लगेगा वो लगेगा 20 रुपए ओनली ऑन इंट्राडे, एफएनओ, करेंसी एंड कमोडिटी। इसके अलावा अगर आपको ऑप्शनल फ्री एएमसी चाहिए फॉर लाइफ टाइम, यू कैन पे वन टाइम फी ऑफ 999 रुपीज। अगर आपको ये नहीं चाहिए तो यू ऑल्सो गेट अ डिफरेंट ऑप्शन वेयर यू कैन कीप ऑन पेइंग 120 रुपीज पर क्वार्टर एज अ account maintenance charges. So I think all in all it is a very good combo that you can avail. For me, I think 999 rupees package is one of the best combos that you can find, जिससे आपका वन टाइम फी ओनली 1000 रुपीज, जिसमें आपका लाइफ टाइम जो ब्रोकरेज रहेगा वो जीरो रहेगा। एंड आई थिंक सो यू ऑल शुड चूज दिस।
So I would like to summarize this by saying that mstock by Mira Asset is a trustable broker with more than 1 lakh plus active users. Now they have 100 plus crore MTF book with 4 plus crore trades that are being traded every day. Now you can have one click order placement, and 5-minute onboarding is there. Basically, it's a zero brokerage platform across all sectors. Only thing is you have to pay one time fee of 999 rupees, and you can earn up to 1% higher returns on mutual fund. So there is up to 80% margin trading facility available at the lowest interest rates at around 8%, and you can pledge up to 700 plus stocks for margin trading facility. So there is also no zero brokerage, and there is zero brokerage and no hidden charges, free intraday, free delivery, free FNO, free currency, and free mutual funds. There is no limit of number of orders and no date of expiry. So you can use the link in the description below and sign up on mstock by Mira Asset and start your trading journey. It is smart, secure, and super fast, and thousands of orders are being placed every day. So thank you, and if you like the video, do share it with your friends, and have a great day.
Investments in securities markets are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.